What gave you the culture shock?
Everyone says thank you.
Surprising for us and
maybe we will experience more culture shocks. It's only our first day here.
If I hit my head on anything, that will be the first time.
I think you gave her the culture shock. Hey guys and girls on Ashton Beneath, it's your flashy fashion reporter Kathy Cat, and today we're going to go hit the streets of Tokyo and ask everyone the favorite topic. It's culture shocks, and there's some fun new culture shocks. So let's go and ask foreigners in Japan. Where are you from?
I'm from Melbourne, Australia.
First time in Japan?
Second.
Ooh, you came back. Why?
I think mostly because I love the fashion here. I also am a Senra collector. So the main thing that brings me here is Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty? Okay, where's your Hello Kitty goods?
I have this Hello Kitty tattoo. Ooh. I just got this Hello Kitty tattoo.
In Japan?
Yeah, I just got this one at Crystal Tattoo Studio. From Bobby Blood.
Oh, and can I see the first one? Because you were, there we go.
This one here.
Did she get her?
My best friend did that one for me, I think 2 or 3 years ago.
Wow, so you love Hello Kitty so much you want to carry her on your skin?
Yes, yeah, all the time.
Why?
Main thing I think is like the morals and ethics that go along with Sanrio, and just believing that like the best thing to do is be kind and you can never have too many friends.
That's lovely. That is super cute. Any kind of funny culture shock?
It's almost people being polite, but not exactly. The shopkeepers and stuff, everyone says thank you so much. Where I'm from, you say thank you like once or twice, but it's just nice. Every interaction you have, like everyone says thank you just for talking to you, for you buying something from them. Like it's just, I feel like everyone here is really, really grateful, which is really nice.
So you got a culture shock by people saying thank you.
Yeah.
Why is that a shock?
The people in Australia don't say thank you very often.
Oh my God, what?
Yeah, I think people are very like nonchalant, but like I don't think people take the time out of their day to like be grateful for the people around them as much as people do here.
Wait a second, I buy a t-shirt, right? And I'm like, thanks to the person behind the register, and they're like, yeah, right.
Yeah, they go like, oh good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like if you buy coffee or something, you'll say like, thank you so much, and they'll be like, that's all right, all good. They don't thank you back.
You should be grateful for being able to get that coffee from me.
Yeah, it's very much like that.
Oh my God. What gave you a bit of a culture shock?
in Switzerland or Europe in general, I think the people are waiting on the right side on the staircase, and here in Japan they are always on the left side, and I was like, oh.
Oh, we're trying to go up the escalator, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me tell you one more thing. If you go to Osaka, it flips.
Oh, okay. We don't go to Osaka, but I didn't know that. Okay.
If you go to Osaka next time you come, everyone will stand on the other side of the escalator.
Oh, okay. Okay, and also everyone is so stylish here. So yeah, I always feel a little bit underdressed here because everyone is so stylish. Yeah.
Oh well, you might want to go. Are you going to go shopping for some clothes?
Yeah, maybe.
Yes, there we go. What gave you the culture shock?
I would say one thing is that all people are much quieter than in Europe. For example, in Switzerland, it's not that hard, but if you go, for example, in the Italian part of Switzerland, it already starts, everyone is talking, for example, at the train station, and it's very busy and loud, and sometimes people are having their smartphone loud within the train, and it's not here. And also what I see here, that nobody is eating while walking on the street. And that's totally not a thing in Switzerland or Europe.
Let me know your culture shock.
One that is simple, but it's the first thing that happens, and it happens a lot. In Mexico, we stay in the right side and let the people pass by the left. But here is the opposite. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm here. And he is like, no, nope. Move. Yeah. Okay. And the other thing is the shoes. When you go to the stores and try clothes, you need to take off the shoes, and that's different.
Good point. Even when you're trying on stuff.
Yeah, and you use this kind of
face cover.
Yeah, face cover.
Yeah, there's like a see-through little film you put over your head, so it's like a little fluffy cover to make sure you don't get your makeup on your dresses.
That's pretty different, but it's okay, just different.
Oh, okay. Did they hand it to you and you didn't know what to do with it?
No, they explained, and it's clear.
Cool. You've been here for 3 days. What gave you a bit of a culture shock?
I think it's the lining up for the train, when the train comes in, they line up, and when they go up the stairs,
Like the escalators
yes,
as well.
this escalator, they also line up. I think that was quite
Organized?
yes, it's very organized.
Civilized?
Yes, and it was quite surprising for us,
But in
and
a positive way.
yes, in a positive way.
What surprised you?
The small cars, the way everything fits in a small space. I like that very much. And every corner looks the same and not the same at the same time.
What do you mean by that, for example?
Every house looks different. In Germany, we have many houses that look just like white blocks.
Yeah, the same. We have like a city view that kind of everyone in town has like the same type of house.
Yeah, but here every house has another structure, different materials, different colors, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, architecture, that's a very good point. No house is looking like the other.
You've only been here for a short time, but I hope you can share with me some culture shocks.
For me, it's just like the scenery is a lot different than the UK. The UK is very dreary. It's very much concrete jungle. I live in a very small town, so it's not very exciting, you know. I think the heat as well. Like, I knew it was going to be humid. The UK can get quite humid, but nothing like this.
Something like this. Yeah. So what do you mean the scenery is different? You mean
The buildings, like everything, like urban architecture, everything's different. Like the bright big signs, the commercial ads, stuff like that.
What is your culture shock?
Obviously, there's a lot of extra rules in Japan, of Tokyo rules. Obviously, you have to stand on the left of the escalator, not on the right. You can't point with one finger, that's rude. You have to point with your whole hand. Yes, I think I found myself like, am I doing everything right? I think also some of the shops is a bit of a squeeze to get around.
Yeah, especially with our fluffy dresses, right?
Oh, yeah, yes.
It was an experience.
We're not guilty of winter later, I don't think. We avoided that experience. But yeah, but then obviously when we've done our shopping and then we're just squeezing around and then there's someone else coming down the other way and you have to like, you passed.
Excuse me.
Yes. I feel like Japan was built for someone smaller than me. I'm so much taller than most people as well.
Yeah, so you want to kind of like have seen Japan from a very different angle that we're seeing it.
Because
Average height here is great. yeah.
Yes.
Wow,
I
people
can't
my
make
size.
Definitely.
No, I can't make small jokes at her anymore here. It's annoying.
What gave you the culture shock here in Japan?
How clean everything is. I think that was one thing that I was really surprised. I haven't seen that in like YouTube channels and Instagram, but I was actually surprised to see that is real. It's so clean, the street. So I was really happily surprised about it.
Give me another culture shock.
The food, I was excited to have it. I don't think I have like bad shocks about Japan. Everything was
positive
like positive. Exactly, everything was positive. I love the food. I just came from Hong Kong to Japan, and Hong Kong, I was enjoying the food, but not as much as in Japan. In Japan, I just feel like I want to be eating all the time.
What's your favorite so far?
Yesterday we went to sushi rodizio, like when you eat as much as you can.
All you can eat?
Yeah, we can eat exactly. So that was amazing, and the yakisoba as well was really good.
In Germany, we greet each other on the street sometimes, but here it's like we just walk past quietly, but still in a respectful way, I think. It was very, very weird to walk by each other without greeting or like some nodding or something. It was very weird.
In Germany, we tend to greet strangers a little bit, just like, hello, well, I hope you have a nice day or something. You don't do that here.
So a bit of does it feel a bit sad?
At first, yes, I think. We thought like, oh, is that good? Is that, are we respecting each other or something? But then we Googled and we found out, oh, okay, it's not common like this. Oh, and I think I know another one. Tip culture.
Yes.
Yes, in Germany it's very big, I think. But here we went eating yesterday and we thought about giving a tip, but the man said, no, it's not. It's totally not common here. We don't do it here.
And you're like, I like your service though. Please take. You're a great person. Please.
Yes. The food was very delicious and yeah, but no.
Nope, they wouldn't accept it.
No.
What gave you the culture shock?
like my first culture shock was actually just by saying hi. For us, like Mexicans, even if it's a first person that you meet, we will just kiss in the cheek and hug the people. A first Japanese lady, I was like, oh, hello. And when I did that, for a moment I was afraid that she will say like something like Sequara or...
I think you gave her the culture shock.
Well, for me it was very scary because everyone was like, wait.
Oh, whoa, what'd you do? Kind of thing. Oh, okay. You learned very quickly from that first meeting.
Yeah.
No hugging and kissing on the cheek.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Do you sometimes miss it a little bit?
I don't right now because, like I told you, like of course, Mona etiquette, like
You're
here in
used to it
Japan.
now, yeah.
Yeah, and in the Latin community, still there are people that comes from other countries, like French people, Italians, or from someone from Latin America, and they just come and just kiss you. Hey. So it's...
You don't miss it too much. Anything else that kind of gave you like a culture shock?
People really keep to themselves here. I think being like alternative, being into fashion in other countries, especially in Australia, you get stared at so much. Here, I have been stared at more by foreigners than Japanese people.
Good point.
Yeah, they just keep to themselves. It's so nice to just not feel like everyone's eyes are on me.
Japanese people, they don't stare. They'll let you do your thing. But the tourists are like, why is she wearing that? Why is she wearing that? Why is she wearing that? Good point. Yeah. Something that really surprised me or gave me a bit of a culture shock recently, there's a new trend in Japan, and that's actually an old trend, and it's Heisei, which is kind of like Y2K, so the year 2000. So the Heisei gyaru, the year 2000 gyaru, for example, are back in trend, and those kind of things that come with it, the fashion, the styles, the phones people used to have, the kind of like cultural things. So that's kind of trendy now. And for me, it feels the year 2000 wasn't that long ago, but I guess it was. So that's a bit of a culture shock that I got. But let me know what your culture shock was if you had one. Also check out here more if you're interested in Japan, and I hope I see you soon on #Bye.